Are you bored at work? Do you have more sticky notes than you could possibly use? Do you want to annoy your fellow employees? Then we have the perfect product for you. Postum planes! Planes made from sticky paper. Postum planes are ideal for office shenanigans. Fold 20, 40, 100 planes!
Kyle, really?
Just don't get caught having too much fun. Ooh, not the best. Postum planes. Childlike behavior may occur. Hello and welcome to Foldable Flight. My name is Kyle and this is where I teach you how to fold paper airplanes that will blow your mind. And as you can tell from the intro, we are dealing once again with some sticky note paper airplanes. I asked you guys last week which plane you wanted me to fold next, and overwhelmingly your choice was the F-31 Phantom. And you can see that this is just a very elegant fighter jet, and that's kind of afforded by the fact that the rear end holds itself together without any kind of locking fold because this is made out of a sticky note. And that's the beautiful thing. I try to take advantage of that every time I design a sticky note plane. It really adds some simplicity to the design. You can get these very elegant forms that hold themselves closed without having to do more complicated origami. So let's see how we fold this one. I'm actually going to use a larger sheet of paper to show you guys how to fold this plane, just so that you can really see it without my hands getting in the way. I was noticing in the last video my hands were covering the paper a lot. But I do want to start really quickly and just show you a quick tip that starts when you're peeling off the sticky note. So I like to peel it straight off like so the paper curls like that, rather than peeling it off diagonally and having it curl like that. So that's just a quick tip as you are beginning the process. But once you have your sticky note, we're going to begin with it sticky side down. So here you can see I have this representing the sticky portion of your sticky note. So we'll start sticky side down and we will fold it from this side to this side. So you should have the sticky edge on the right side of your paper. Now I've done that so that the sticky side doesn't stick to itself, but we actually want this crease to point in the other direction. So now that we've already established it, we can just kind of bend it the other way without having to press all the way flat and have that sticky side get stuck to itself. Now once we've done that, I'm going to flip it back over so that the sticky side is once again down. And I want to fold this top portion down a little less than a quarter of the way. So this is not a crucial measurement. We are just kind of estimating where we want that to be and folding like so. And then once I've done that, I will open it up. And now I'm going to fold like so. And basically my goal is to create a 45-degree angle that goes through this intersection here. And the way I'm going to do that is as I fold, I want to find the intersection of this line here and the intersection of this line here and tack that point because that's the point we want to pass through. And then to make sure it's a 45-degree angle, I line up this portion of the crease here with our center crease here. And next I'll open that up and I want to repeat that on the other side. Now I have an added line to help me line things up. I have this diagonal, which I want to land on that diagonal, as well as this line that I want to land on that center. And now that I've done that, I will open it back up just to show you what we have. But actually, we want to collapse this. So I'll fold one side in, open on this existing crease, so I'm actually reversing this crease here. And then push in this other side, and once again reverse this crease here. And flatten it all like so. And at this point your plane should look like this. The next step is we're going to open this flap and fold this all the way in, taking this edge here to our center crease here. And I will open this in the opposite direction and do the same thing. Okay, and now we're going to, I'm moving back to the right side, you can do this on either side. We're going to fold this back open partly. So our goal is we're going to make a crease that goes from this corner to right here where this horizontal edge meets the center crease, but we're doing it on this layer here. So you can kind of reference right here where that point is and use that to set up where the top of your crease is going to go. So I've kind of just tacked it there, and now I'm going to pull it towards myself and swing it on this back edge, and you can see it'll pull taut, and when it's taut like that, then you can start your crease and it will go right to that corner. So it should look like that. And then we will do the other side as well. So I'm just going to kind of estimate and put in a very light crease. And then I'm going to fold the plane in half and use the wing I made on the other side to help me match this one up perfectly to it so that my plane remains symmetrical. Okay, and then I will open it up like so. Next, I just want to fold this edge here into this center crease. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. And the next step is to open both of those back up and fold this edge here into the crease that we just made. And all of this is in preparation of what will be the hardest fold. Kind of getting layers out of the way so that this next fold will be easier. So now you can see that we have this little central crease here, or edge, sorry, kind of revealed right at that point. And depending on the exact proportions of your plane, yours may look slightly different, but basically what I want to do now is I want to hold this plane as a V, and I'm going to pull down on the front edge like so, while keeping my fingers on the back edge like this. And I'm going to start bending the plane at that point that we're discussing. This point here that is enforced by these layers. And really it's just going to be wherever it's bending most easily. And that's going to be determined where the thickness of the layers are. So really, just let it perform its natural bend. And once you start to get it to bend, you're going to draw these layers together in the back. And you can see I'm using two hands to do that right now just so I can show you on the camera. But really I want to be pulling this one forward and pinching it together with my other. And once I've got it in that grip, I can start to further collapse the plane inward. And I want to narrow this back edge. You can see the shape of the plane coming into form here. I want to narrow that back edge however much I like. This is a bit of an aesthetic decision here, and it will affect the flight of your plane some, but really it's going to fly well regardless. So here, I like this width, right like that. So while I'm holding it like this, now I'm going to start pushing each side down. And I will flatten the plane like so. Now I actually want to show you that step with the sticky note as well. So you can see here I've got one folded to the point we were just at, and you can see much smaller, but I have those same layers right there. And I'm going to pull down while holding it in that V. That shallow V is important to this step. And I'm going to pull down on that front, and it naturally wants to break at that point we were talking about. And as I do that, I'm going to bring these layers together. And it's a little bit more complicated because of the fact that it's sticky in the back, and that's why I want to show you this. But as I do that, there we go. Now I've got it. The layers will start to stick together. And the really nice thing about this is we don't have to do any locking mechanism to make this plane hold its shape. And because of that, we can make it really even more elegant than if you were to fold this out of a regular sheet of paper. So there we go. I've got that same shape both in my large sheet and in my small sheet. And I'm going to move this off to the side for now. And now that we have it in this position, we want to open the wings up along this edge. So basically I'm just folding upward using that edge like so. And then I will flip it over and fold my other side to match. And now you can see why it's cool to fold this out of a sticky note rather than a regular sheet of paper, because while it looks very beautiful when held together like this, when you actually throw it, it's going to come apart like this. So I'm going to finish up using this little sticky note. And now we want to talk about the adjustments that you'll want to make. So the folding is done at this point. All we have to do is we want to raise these back edges up just slightly. Just kind of flick them up with your finger, and that will give it a little bit of up elevator to help balance this weight of the nose. And that's going to be the first step. Now likely this plane will fly very well. Very well. But likely it will have a tendency to spiral if you have any imperfections in the folding, because it's so small, any asymmetry will really affect its flight. So I highly recommend to you guys that you head over and watch my video on how to throw and adjust your paper airplanes. And about halfway through the video, maybe a little farther, there's a section that will talk about what to do if your plane rolls like so. And that will help you a lot in getting this to fly perfectly. So thanks for folding, guys. I hope you have a wonderful time flying the F-31 Phantom. And as always, for more awesome paper airplane content, click this channel icon in the top right corner and watch some more of my content here. And if you really like what I do, head over to foldableflight.com or patreon.com/foldableflight. Thanks for watching, guys.